Now, motion of the body is in contact. So, the force of contact. When two bodies are combined together, the force between them will be known as the force of contact. So, it is explained here that when two bodies whose masses are m1 and m2 rest on a frictionless surface in contact with each other, then the force with which one body presses the another body is called the force of contact. Whenever two bodies come in contact, their surfaces are in contact. Now, another thing is force of contact and the acceleration produced in the body. So, this can be depicted like this. We take an example. There are two blocks of masses 2 kg and a bigger mass is 5 kg. So, we are using the notation small m and capital M. Small m is 2 kg means small mass and capital M means bigger mass and that is 5 kg are in contact on a frictionless table. Now, frictionless means friction is not operating. Otherwise, the friction is an opposing force. It is opposite to the applied force. A horizontal force F is equal to 35 newtons is applied to small m, that is the smaller mass. Find the force of contact between the block. Will the force contact remain same if F is applied to m? So this is what the solution, that in the first figure it is shown that is the smaller and the bigger mass are in contact and the force is applied. It means the system is moving with acceleration A. So as the blocks are rigid under the action of force F, both will move with same acceleration. So acceleration will be F over m plus m. So we compute the values as given in the question and the result will be 5 meters per second square. But if we view the second figure, applied forces m to the small mass. And we are finding Fm is the force applied, Fm is F and capital M is the force applied to the bigger mass. A is the acceleration of a smaller mass. Now, as the mass of the larger block is m and its acceleration is a, so the force of contact is equal to action on it. It is mass into acceleration. We computed the values and the result will be 25 newtons. If the force is applied to bigger m, that is the greater mass, then its action on small m will be Fm, that is equal to ma, and according to the given data, it will be written as 2 into 5, that is 10 newtons. From this problem, it is clear that acceleration does not depend on the fact that whether the force is applied to m or m, but force of contact does. Now we come towards another example. Now there are three masses and m1, m2, m3 and their masses are respectively 1 kilogram, 1.5 kilogram and 2 kilograms. They are all in contact with each other on frictionless surface. Whenever we use the term frictionless, it means that friction is ignored. But practically, between the two surfaces, friction always exists. When we apply some force F to the body, the opposing force will be F, that is called the force of friction. If the applied force and the force of friction are numerically the same, the body will not move. But if applied force slightly exceeds the frictional force, the body will start moving in the direction of force. Now, the three masses are given and it is written that frictionless surface. And this concept is shown in the figure. In the first part, that is in the A part, horizontal force F needed to push the block as one unit with an acceleration of 4 meters per second square. So we find there are three masses, m1, m2, m3. Masses are scalars, so we add them scalarly. That is, we add m1 plus m2 plus m3 and then multiplied by acceleration A, because the whole system will move with the acceleration A when force F is applied. So by computing the value, the net value will become 18 newtons. So force is m1 plus m2 plus m3 multiplied by A. We have applied second law of motion and the result according to the question comes as 18 newtons. Now, in another figure, we find it is a free body diagram of M1, M2 and M3. So first figure is free body diagram for M1. Second one is free body diagram for M2, and the third one free body diagram of M3. We find in the first figure the difference of two forces are taken because F and F1 are in opposite direction. So difference of the two forces F minus F1, F minus F1 is equal to M1A, and in the second figure F1 and F2 are the forces. So we take the difference. In this case, we assume that F1 is greater than F2. In the first case, capital F is greater than F1. So we have taken the difference. If the forces act in opposite direction, then difference of two forces gives the resultant force. Similarly, in the third figure, we find only one force is acting, and that is F2. Therefore, the value is written as F2 is equal to M3A. So now we find that in a free body diagrams for M1, M2 and M3, F1, M1, M2 and M3. F1 is equal to contact force between M1 and M2, and F2 is the contact force between M2 and M3. Now in the B part, the resultant, as I have explained earlier, is given as F minus F1, and that is 4 newtons by putting the values, and we mark it as equation number 1. For M2, the resultant force F1 minus F2, that is M2A, and in this, by computing the values, it will become 6 newtons. That is the second equation. In the third figure, there is only one force, so it is F2, that is equal to M3A. We put the value and we get the value 8 newtons. Now C part is a contact force between M2 and M3. F2 is 8 newtons from equation 2 and equation 3. So F1 is equal to F2 plus 6. It will be 8 plus 6, 14 newtons.